So this is my 1 month sobriety update. So 1 month of being alcohol free. And now some people that might not feel like it's a long time, and it really isn't a long time. But in terms of the extent, not the extent, like I wasn't binge drinking or anything like that, but I was having probably at least a few drinks, maybe 5 to 6 times a week. Never necessarily getting drunk, but it became this habit, this ritual, a drain on the wallet, a drain on the energy. Not getting good sleep, and sleep is something that I've been lacking since being a new father. Logan has not been the best sleeper, and, the sleep is already rough enough. And then adding alcohol to it just felt like adding fuel to the fire, and it felt like I couldn't escape. And I just wanted something different. I was sick of just getting bored and drinking just for the sake of drinking. And it was becoming a real issue. You keep telling yourself when you're drinking that, you're elevating whatever you're doing. It's something you're doing to be social. But for me, that wasn't the case at all. I wasn't being social at all. I was mostly just drinking while watching something on Netflix or YouTube or Amazon Prime, some streaming service. And it was just a way to pass the time and not just be present with myself and in the moment with my wife, with my son. And luckily, most of the alcohol that I was consuming was never really around Logan. It was usually once he's put to bed, I would maybe crack open a beer or a glass of wine, and I would drink for a few hours before bed. Never to the point where I was getting really drunk or anything like that, but at least enough to make the sleep not good and to essentially make the next day, at least the start of the day, kind of rough. You never feel great, right? You never feel refreshed. That's why I felt like I had to drink more coffee than normals, because you're less energized because of the alcohol. And coffee is another thing that I just got rid of out of my system. It's also been a month. I pretty much went cold turkey on both. Some people are in a situation where they can't go cold turkey for medical reasons, and to that I understand. But here's some things I've noticed since being sober. So one thing is I've lost a little bit of weight in areas that are not so flattering. So that's nice, like a little bit of weight in the face. I feel a little bit less puffy, a little bit of weight around the gut area. I have more energy in a sense of when I'm playing soccer now. I feel like I have a little bit more gas in the tank than I would before. And it could be also the fact that I'm not drinking coffee. Coffee definitely led to me being anxious. I think I had a little bit more anxiety than normal, but it could also be the alcohol. Right now, I feel like my baseline is a lot more calm. I'm a lot more composed. I am less quick to anger right now. Everything about me feels like I'm on a better just vibration, if that makes any sense. I'm operating at a level where I can manage my stress a lot better. Mind you, it's a little harder to be like motivated and just like go, go, go. And that's completely fine. I actually prefer just getting stuff done at my own pace. I don't want to rush things so much anymore. I want to get past that stage of constant anxiety. And I feel like giving up alcohol has definitely helped in that regard. Also, the amount of money that you're saving, people downplay it. I didn't really drink out a lot because my wife, she's not really drinking. She got to the point where she also kind of quit drinking. I mean, she might have a glass of wine here and there, but she got used to it during her pregnancy to not drink. So because of that, she doesn't really drink. So if we go out for dinner, she's not really having a drink on the side of their dinner. And same as me right now, even though we've only went out maybe 2 times since I've given up alcohol. So that definitely is less burdensome on the bill. You save a little bit more money, and you'd be surprised at how expensive drinks are at restaurants, right? So you're saving money on that. If you're just someone who drinks at home, even just getting like a 15 pack or a 24 pack that you think is going to last you a week or so. Let's say a 15 pack, right? Let's say you're someone who drinks maybe 2 to 3 beers a day. So you're looking at your average 15 pack here in Canada would be roughly about $30, right? So you're looking at $30 a week. So that's, times that by 4, even though most months are a little more than 4 weeks, but let's just call it 4 weeks, right? You're looking at $120 in a month, maybe $125 to $130 if you're only drinking at home. That's a lot of money. You times that by 12 and you're looking at a pretty good chunk of change throughout the year. And that's just on what you might drink at home. If you're going out, that's an even bigger bill on top of that. That's even a bigger piece of your income and your budget. So it's been really eye-opening going through this, especially now that I have a son. I feel like I'm more motivated to stay sober. You know, it's a little different if I was back home in my hometown, my home city of Toronto, where I have all my friends and family there. It would be a lot more difficult to go through this. But because I'm in a city where I don't go out much, I don't socialize, I don't really have any friends here, it even makes it more pathetic to drink a lot, if that makes any sense. So I'm looking at it through that lens. And now that I have a son, I have to be more responsible. It just makes no sense. There is no real justification that I can give myself. Just thinking right now, there's nothing that I can say to myself to justify drinking. The only time that I can see in the future coming up, and it's not even that, I mean, it's far away, but it's not that far away, would be around Christmas time when we go back home to visit my family, because they all drink around Christmas time, and there'll be some moments where it'll be a little more difficult to say no, but it's gonna test me, right? I'm gonna see if I can actually go through it, and if I can, then I feel like the sky's the limit. Like, I don't know if I can avoid drinking during that time period, especially considering I don't get to see a lot of my friends and family a lot. So that feeling and that that anticipation, that anxious anticipation of seeing them and getting together and having fun will definitely test what I'm able to do. But I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. I'm in a completely different circumstance than I was a few years ago with a child and everything. So I think that should give me enough motivation and strength to get through it. But regardless, I'm really happy with where I'm going right now. And it's just making me more clear. I'm more motivated, I'm not as much of a workhorse as I was when I was drinking like 2 cups of coffee, but I don't think that has anything to do with alcohol. But I'm definitely more motivated now, and I will never give up now. Now I know that I will never give up, even when it comes to stuff like my channel here, which hasn't been doing too well lately. This is a weird channel because it feels like as soon as I started the channel, it was almost immediately semi-successful. And then all of a sudden, in the last month or so, things have been really tanking. And I don't care. Like, I'm still going to keep going, and I'm still going to try to make content every day as much as I can. And I'm going to do it for myself, for my sobriety, for the challenge, for my son Logan. I don't care. I am motivated, and I will not stop. I am more motivated now than ever before, because giving up something like alcohol, which is so common to everyone now, people don't even realize how alcohol is everywhere. If you can give up alcohol, honestly, you can probably do almost anything. It is such a challenge to go through this, especially if you're someone like me who became so used to drinking every day. I don't know if it's my family. I don't know if it's my background. I don't know if it's genetics, having like a bit of Irish and English in me. I don't know if it's just part of that pub culture. But if I can do it, you guys can do it too. So leave your thoughts down below about this video, and also let me know if you are sober right now, if you are going through it, and if you know people in your life who probably need to watch a video like this to keep themselves motivated. Anyways, guys, hope you liked today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.